Hi, my name's Ciara from Ciara's Home Yoga. Welcome to day one of gentle everyday yoga. Sometimes we don't need to tax ourselves too much physically with the demanding yoga practice. Sometimes a mat-based practice is all we need to feel balanced and at ease. So let's get started. We'd start sitting cross-legged on our mat. You can sit on a cushion if that's more comfortable. Let's go. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, stretch to the left, breathing deeply and evenly. Inhale, flow to the other side. Exhale, feel into the stretch, keeping our right shoulder down and away from our ear. We'll continue like this, moving with our breath. And breathe evenly and deeply here. Long, slow inhales and long, slow exhales. And inhale back to center. Before we stretch our neck, we'll bring our shoulders back and down into their pockets. We'll bring our left ear to our left shoulder. Moving slowly and mindfully now, we'll move our chin to point up to the ceiling, only as much as feels good, and breathe deeply. The deeper we breathe, the more benefit we get from our stretches. And release. Other side. Right ear to right shoulder, and point our chin to the ceiling, remembering to keep both shoulders down, away from our ears, and breathe deeply. And return to center. With our fingertips on our shoulders, we'll draw large semicircles with our elbows, moving our elbows forwards and back as fast or as slow as feels good. My shoulders always feel so good after this. We're trying to make each semicircle bigger than the one previous. And release. You can stay where you are. I'm moving to show myself in profile for our next stretch. We'll sit up straight, bring our shoulders back and down, and clasp our hands together behind our back. We'll bring our hands away from our body and tuck our chin in very slightly here to maintain a straight spine. And breathe deeply. And release. We'll bring our legs out in front of us now and bend our knees to bring our feet flat on our mat. Inhale, look up, chest open, shoulders down. Exhale, holding our knees, we'll curve our back, bringing our chin to our chest and squeezing our navel to our spine. Continue like this, making it a moving meditation by moving with our breath. Last one. Inhale back to center. We'll cross our legs and come to tabletop, with our hands under our shoulders and our knees under our hips. We'll tuck our toes, our core is engaged, and we'll hover our knees over our mat for a few deep breaths. Keeping our core activated, our chest up, and our spine nice and long. And release. Staying in tabletop, we'll turn our hands in to face our knees, and we'll do 2 more cat-cow movements here. Inhale, look up. Exhale, chin to chest and navel to spine. One more time, moving with our breath. Inhale back to center and flip our hands. We'll lift and straighten our right leg. We'll move our right leg to the left of our mat, bringing our toes to rest on the floor. We'll look over our left shoulder to our right foot, breathing deeply and evenly. Both shoulders remain down, and we'll check in with our jaw to make sure we're not holding any tension here. Inhale, extend our right leg again. And exhale back to tabletop. We'll repeat on the other side by extending our left leg and moving it to the right side of our mat. We'll look over our right shoulder to our left foot. If you have any discomfort in your hands or your wrists here, you can come onto your fists at any time and breathe deeply here. Inhale, lift and extend our left leg again. Exhale, back to tabletop. Inhale, we'll reach up with our right hand. And exhale, we'll thread our right arm under our left hand. We'll push into our left hand to increase the twist. If it feels good, you can come onto your left fingertips or bring your left hand to the top of the mat, remembering to breathe deeply. Inhale to return to tabletop. And exhale, check our alignment, making sure we're not collapsing in our chest. Inhale, reach our left hand to the ceiling. Exhale, we'll thread our left arm under our right hand to twist. We'll push into our right hand to increase the twist, in whatever option feels good to you. Our right hip can sneak up to our right shoulder here, so we'll make sure that our right hip remains over our right knee. Remembering to breathe deeply, breathing long, slow inhales and long, slow exhales. Inhale, come to tabletop. Exhale, we'll walk our knees back slightly and lower down onto our belly. We'll move our hands under our shoulders. And inhale up to cobra, keeping our shoulders down and our elbows tucked into our body. Exhale, lower down. We'll do this again 3 more times, moving with our inhales and exhales. And release. On our next inhale, we'll raise our legs and our arms behind us for locust pose, squeezing our shoulder blades down our back. remembering to breathe from our abdomen with every breath so we can feel our belly on our mats with every inhale. On our next exhale, we'll lower back down, bringing our head to one side for a rest. We'll inhale and come back to tabletop, opening our knees wide and bring our big toes to touch. Exhale, we'll sit on our heels and extend our arms forward to come into child's pose. We'll allow our rib cage to sink deeper, remembering to breathe deeply, feeling our belly expand and deflate with every breath. Inhale, we'll come back to tabletop. And exhale, we'll make our way to down dog. We'll bend our knees here to bring our tailbone to the ceiling before walking our legs out. We'll draw our shoulder blades down our back while drawing our chest towards our thighs. Our heels are reaching to the floor, but they don't have to touch it. On our next inhale, we'll step our right foot to the front of our mat and lower our left knee. We'll untuck our toes and lift up in our upper body. Our tailbone is tucked under our spine and our hips are squared to the front of our mat. You can walk your right foot away from your body to get a deeper stretch. Inhale, twist and open to our right. Exhale, back to center. We'll bring our left hand down to the mat beside our right foot. Inhale, right hand up, look up. Exhale, point our hand to the back of our mat. Inhale, arm up, look up. Exhale, hands back to our mat. Straighten our front leg and fold over our leg for a nice hamstring stretch. We'll stay here for a few deep breaths. Breathing long, slow inhales and long, slow exhales. To release, we'll bring our hands to our mat, tuck our back toes and step back to plank. We'll step forward with our left foot now to repeat on this side. We'll lower our right knee, untuck our toes and lift up in our upper body. Our tailbone is tucked under our spine and our hips are squared. You can walk your left toes out if that feels good to feel a deeper stretch. Inhale, twist and open to the left. Exhale, back to center. We'll bring our right hand down to our mat beside our left foot. Inhale, left hand up, look up. Exhale, point our hand to the back of our mat. Inhale, arm up again. Exhale, hands back to our mat, straighten our front leg and fold over our leg. And breathe evenly and deeply here. Long, slow inhales and long, slow exhales. To release, we'll bring our hands to our mat and move our left leg back to tabletop. We'll cross our legs behind us, come up to sitting and extend our legs out straight. For our next stretch, forward fold, we can have a bend in our knees here. Keeping a straight spine, we'll fold over our thighs, placing our hands in whatever option works for you to maintain a straight spine. Hands to our thighs, our shins, or our calves. There's no right or wrong, only what works for you. And breathe evenly and deeply here. To release, we'll come back up and make our way to lying down on our mat. In yoga, we try to move slowly and mindfully when moving between poses. We'll bend our knees and bring our feet to our mat. We'll place our left ankle on our right knee and thread our hands between our legs to hold on to the back of our thigh for a nice hip stretch. Feel your breath working its way to your left hip and back out. You can have your right foot flexed here, or you can relax your foot onto the back of your thigh. Whatever works for you. If you feel any discomfort in your left knee here, pull back and breathe deeply. And release. We'll repeat on the other side to bring our right ankle to our left knee and thread our hands through our legs to hold on to the back of our thigh, remembering to breathe into the stretch, feeling our breath working its way down to our right hip and back out. And release. For our next pose, we'll first check that we can skim the back of our heels with our fingertips when we raise up our head, neck and shoulders. Inhale, come to bridge, lifting our hips up high, pushing into our feet. Exhale, lower down, one vertebrae at a time. We'll repeat this 3 more times, moving with our breath. In our last bridge, we'll stay up for 3 deep breaths, making sure that our knees stay in line with our feet. And exhale to release. We'll do a restorative twist now and bring our left foot to our right knee and twist to the right. Keeping our left shoulder on our mat, we'll look to our left outstretched hand, breathing deeply and evenly into our belly with every breath. Come back to center and repeat on the other side, holding our right foot above our left knee and twist. keeping her right shoulder on her mat and looking to her right outstretched hand, while breathing deeply. And return to centre. For our final stretch, we'll bring our feet to our mat. We'll move our right knee to our right armpit and hold onto the outside edge of our foot. If that's not available to you, you can hold on to the back of your knee with your hand. Option to straighten your left leg here if that feels good. And we are gently drawing our foot downwards to bring our right knee to the floor while breathing deeply. And release, other side, moving our left knee to our left armpit and holding on to the outside edge of our foot or the back of our knee. Option to straighten our right leg here, drawing our knee to our mat. While checking in with our breathing, make sure we're breathing into our abdomen with every breath. And release. We'll roll over to one side and push yourselves up to sitting. I hope you enjoyed this practice and you'll join me for day 2 of gentle everyday yoga. Namaste. Please consider liking this video or subscribing to Ciara's Home Yoga if you want to join me in making it a daily priority to connect to our body. Or if you found this video useful, please comment below. I'd really love to hear from you. Thank you.